Thank you for joining me on Legislative Update. I'm your State Representative, Norm Johnson. The legislature is in its final days of the 2010 session. We are scheduled to adjourn on March 11th. So for the remaining time, we will be considering final passage of bills in both the Senate and the House before sending them to the governor. Several days ago, the Senate Government Operations and Elections Committee gave unanimous approval to House Bill 2414. That's the bill I introduced that would classify criminal gang activity as a nuisance and provide a process for citizens to file legal action to stop that activity. The committee heard testimony from Yakima County Sheriff Ken Irwin. The sheriff said the bill would be another good tool to fight this terrible problem of criminal gangs that plagues our state. Last year, 25 people in Yakima County were killed by gunshots. Many of those shootings were gang-related. In the past couple of years, the legislature has approved several measures to reduce criminal gang activity. Unfortunately, it hasn't been enough. People should not be afraid to live in their own homes or walk in their neighborhoods. My legislation is intended to empower people to take action. This bill would allow folks who suspect gang activity in their neighborhoods to report that activity to the police. It gives police the authority to investigate the complaint, and it gives landlords the time to take action if there is indeed gang activity being conducted in their rentals. I expect the Senate may be voting on this important measure any day now and will send it back to the House for final approval, provided they agree with the bill. This year, I tried to provide a more stable funding source for the Northwest University of Health Sciences in Yakima. This school helps to train doctors for underserved rural areas. House Bill 1901 would have allowed a Health Sciences and Services Authority, otherwise known as an HSSA, to be established in Yakima County. Once that authority is established, Yakima County could choose to retain 0.2% of the sales tax generated in the county for expansion of the medical university. Last year, the bill passed out of the House Higher Education Committee. It was then referred to the Finance Committee. A hearing was held last month in the Finance Committee. Unfortunately, no further action was taken. So over in the Senate, there was a very similar bill, Senate Bill 6727. That measure increased the number of HSSAs that could be established east of the Cascades. So Senator King amended it to allow an HSSA to be established in Yakima County. That measure passed out of the Senate, but when it came over to the House, it was referred to the Finance Committee. That's the same committee that bottled up my bill last year. Unfortunately, the Senate bill has also been blocked in that committee, so it looks like we won't get a bill this year. Nevertheless, I am continuing to work to restore the $400,000 in the budget that we appropriated last year for the university. That money was stripped in the governor's budget, but this funding is very important for the families, children, and senior citizens in our rural communities throughout the state who need health care. That's why I will continue working to convince others at the Capitol of the need for funding to support training of doctors to serve our rural areas. Thank you again for joining me on Legislative Update. I'm your State Representative, Norm Johnson.